I wouldn't be telling the truth if I said I hadn't taken advantage of this list. I've managed to persuade myself that most women are not worth it. I am aware that this might seem like a waste of my time or energy, but I am in a position to afford it because I have a job, a house, and a car of my own. This is a condensed version of the list you were looking for. Please let me know if you have any comments or think it is unnecessary and ineffective. Does she contribute anything to my life that isn't mostly related to her vagina? Being single gives me more opportunities to have intercourse, so I'm looking for a woman whose personality complements mine while also setting her out from the herd. Second, I'm interested in finding out if she has a life besides working for my company, such as a room, a car, hobbies, etc. Third, does she realize that I won't give up my goals and objectives to win her over? To appease her, I won't give up something that might offer me joy or money. Fourth, she regards me less favorably than I should. I won't lie to you, since I started using it, not a single woman has gotten past my list. I was able to avoid a number of potentially dangerous situations by avoiding these women, and as a result, I am happy with her now. Yes, because I have to massage my palms so frequently, my hands are getting better, but not in the way you might think is unclean. I want to get to the point now, which isn't her chest anymore. Does she have anything else to offer? Since women want men to be employed, there is a double standard at play because men are poor candidates if they insist that women have more than $1,000 in savings. One of my friends told me that another woman teased him for not owning the newest model of car, even though she doesn't even own a car and still has the audacity to do so. I believe your checklist is practically useless because you have a makeup-covered vanity, a credit card with debt, no assets, student loan debt from a pointless marketing degree, no cooking skills, and possibly a child from a previous relationship. She probably relies on her employment if she has a retirement account. It's also likely that she has an abused animal that you'll be responsible for looking after if people were compelled to live there. Shows that most single women would have to hunt for accommodation elsewhere, leading to discrimination. I have several conversations with my close friends about this subject. My friends and I talk about how we use large savings to pay off our cars, yet when women see us, they remark that our BMWs aren't the newest models. Even if one of them has more over $1 million in assets and paid off real properties, she frequently just brings meat curtains in her reproductive system to the meal. Nothing on your list that I would change. When my friend's boyfriend goes on dates, he observes that many of the women lack any assets while he has more than $500,000, so he confronts them and inquires as to what value they provide to the relationship. In response, one woman pledged to take care of his funds and construct him a home. He says he has already won and doesn't want the woman to force him relocate into his basement or garage as she moves in with them. A man who contacted us reported that when his friends found out about his dating checklist, they labeled him as a psychopath. By this response, he was surprised. They think that since you have the things they want and are dangling them like carrots in front of them, you are engaging in more sexually charged and personal activities and will inevitably fall in love with them and give it to them. You mentioned in your inquiries to me that some of your friends thought you were a psychopath when they learned about your dating rules. I had no notion that in today's society, a man with standards is equivalent to a psychopath. A woman with high expectations, however, is simply being cunning. You are being too demanding, and I have no doubt that both men and women are telling you to man up and make a sacrifice for the good of the group. Why is having a checklist out for women but a sign that a man is a misogynist who despises all women? They surely fell for the same trick, and now they want to watch you go through the same struggles. They urge you to embrace a fat hog beast that will ruin your life because they are illiterate. They want to see you endure the same kinds of hardships they suffered because they are envious of you. Additionally, they are envious of the fact that you enjoy more sexual encounters than they do, that you enjoy more freedom, and that your money continues to grow while they are imprisoned up at home paying a ham beast to perform all of their needs. Due to the fact that you make more money than they do, they are also jealous of you. I genuinely cannot and will not do this. They will exploit their resources, even the family car, as cockroach bait. Afterward, they will lure a man into their homes so they can occasionally engage in sexual activity with him. Women assume that living in a man's house will be like being in a roach motel and that they won't be able to leave, but men will usually just expel them. Real estate is really expensive where I currently reside. A normal detached home costs something in the neighborhood of $1 million. But that's the hilarious part, is that one of my friends went on a date with a lady who claimed she intended to be married in a few years, work as a secretary, and purchase her own house. He asked her about her strategy for attacking. She didn't own a home, and the one car she did own was almost always brand new. She frequently owed money, and it's likely that she's currently leasing a car. Your available options are like covering your genitalia in peanut butter. Most women are obsessed with their bodies, which, like sofas, chairs, and other furniture, depreciate in value over time when unused. Women could bring depreciating assets to the table, even if a male holds a mortgage on the house. He has a possession that has appreciated in value as a result of his ownership, much as financial accounts like savings accounts have. While her stock is declining, his is soaring. She thinks a hostile merger will save her from going bankrupt and ending her penniless. The few women I've encountered who had been able to save hundreds of thousands of dollars all appeared to have been battered by an ugly stick. That women couldn't rely on males to save them was something they were fully aware of. Instead, they concentrated their efforts on making savings for their individual retirement accounts. Though the likelihood of this happening is extremely tiny, the majority of women believe they are attractive or pretty, which gives them hope that they will be spared. You can usually tell this based on the list you've prepared for yourself because most ladies aren't worth your time or effort. You should end the relationship after the first or second date if she has no assets. You should also take a look at her way of life and compare it to the money she actually makes. In most cases, you may research a person's job or the company they work for online to learn about their salary. That's it for today. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon to be notified for upcoming videos. See you soon.